So Charles does not have a side baby.
Hey. Oh. Angela. This is what happens when people get hungry. They just start hallucinating and things and talking about side babies that have already been talked about.
And I'm not one of Charles's whores either.
I don't mess with whores.
Everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down.
Well, I didn't get the sexy see-through memo.
Oh, well, you know, it's cookout time, honey.
Right.
It's cold as hell up here.
Ew.
I heard. I'm so mad. That's another reason, Jared. I could have wore fall clothing for Black Pride in DC. Was it colder or no?
No, it was pretty warm yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I kept asking what was the weather down there, and apparently in the daytime was beautiful down in DC.
Yeah, it ended up being nicer than what was forecasted.
See, and it's cold as hell here and windy.
Did you meet Mal or no?
No. He hit me up, and I don't know where he ended up going. I sent him a few parties, but we never crossed paths.
He went to the one, I guess, that you sent on. It was either Friday or Saturday night, but he didn't see any. He was like, the girls were drinking. So yes, I know he did attend one party, but no, they never got a chance.
Yeah, and honestly, everyone I saw over the weekend was a blur.
Oh, I can
imagine. Absolutely. The girls were
I can only imagine.
Oh my gosh, Shamea was wearing me out this episode. Oh,
okay.
I really want to blame the editors too, because I'm like, stop using so much of this footage with her and this fucking singing, and stop letting it be so long.
Yes, I think they're dragging it on purpose too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I am going to be, I don't know, because I'll say I'm going to be in rare form in the episode that we're going to do. And then I'm like, I really didn't eviscerate them in the way that I wanted to. But I'm so irritated by Shamea this whole episode. Like,
She was annoying.
I'm done with Shamea. She's done. Like, she's a loser. She's a follower. Like, she's a joke. I know. Not
the queen of Atlanta.
Oh, I know I gotta watch my back. And, talking like that. She got hitters and but and then Brit is number 2 for me. But let's just get into the episode. Well, I'm sorry. How was everyone's weekend? Holiday weekend?
Ooh.
Yeah. The aftermath.
If any of our viewers of homosexual Black nature were in DC this weekend, I'll just say woo. I hope you had a good time like I did.
Yes.
Ciao. Okay. Everyone, good. Okay, great. So, what episode are we at? Are we on episode what?
12.
13. We're at 12 or 13.
One of those.
Well, we know we're on the latest episode, guys. Frack is back.
Frack is back.
All right, so initially we get into the episode and we are at Shamea's place and Kelly is showing up again. I'm going to say this a lot of times during this episode. Is there no clothing that she has that does not have a label all over her body?
Looking like a damn flamingo with the hair swiped down like that in that visor.
Oh, it's just so tired. Like,
you gotta stop.
There was a little bit of shade, though. I don't know if y'all caught it towards the end when Phaedra was like, "Oh yeah, I always see Shamea at the showroom." I said, "Oh, so she's not purchasing the labels; she's borrowing the labels from the showroom."
She said at the showroom. I did catch that, and I was like, "Showroom."
I did too.
So Kelly says it's basically time for a vacation. Kelly is another one that I'm really starting to dislike. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think she's a little too loud for me.
Not the big mouth.
She loud as shit.
Not the mouth of the South.
Yeah, she's just too loud for me. I'm sorry.
Because she's so tiny in stature. So
I know,
it's
me too. That's what throws them off. They
Oh,
be like,
girl.
"You're so dainty."
Who's dainty?
Me, bitch.
Oh, you's a big bitch. Ain't no way in hell you dainty.
That's a shame.
Nobody over 5'3" is dainty.
That's not true. I have a very dainty waist, but anywho.
Mother's hips? I know you lying. I'll be trying to tell these people to lie to make you stand up right now.
And not to mention the thighs.
Go to the Instagram, y'all.
That's how they keep coming back, shy. But anywho, Kelly says it's basically time for a vacation because, you know, she's going through so much. Her divorce date is coming up. And she basically wants Shamea to co-host. I think that's a crazy thing to like throw someone and be like, you know what? I think it's time for you to go away. And I already picked the place and where we're going to stay. But I want you to co-host. You have no decisions.
Well, that gave, you know what that gave me? That gave me, I don't have the budget to do an entire vacation. And I needed someone else who I know could put up the money for said vacation.
Because my funds are tied up, sweets.
158,000 of them is going towards lawyer fees.
Right.
Or she could be smart and realize that she may not be the best party planner. Because I have some thoughts about this other party that we had on this episode. Because I'm going to eviscerate that party.
We're not
even going to go there. We're not going there. But I'm just okay. Let's move on before we go dive deep because I have some things.
What?
We find out that the trip will be in Grenada. Shamea doesn't know anything about geography, child, but you know that's that east. Sorry, Jared, but that's that east side school district, honey. Because girl,
I can't.
That over there.
Oh, I don't know. New Jersey is number one in education, so I don't know.
It just got that way. It wasn't there. It wasn't like that when she was there, child.
Right.
It was.
Relax.
I think Georgia is like number 48.
Oh my God.
No, I think it's Arkansas. It's Arkansas. But first of all, Randall on that phone? Randall was fine.
Randall was fine. I did see that.
Randall was fine as hell on that phone. I
Kelly
paused
trying to
it.
see.
Look, walked up to the screen like, okay, Randall. That nose was wide. Let me sit on that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You starting off on a Monday afternoon on nasty.
I know.
Listen, a little backed up. But a little backed up. Let me be real with you. I am. It's crazy. Then we move on to Porsha, Lauren, and Miss Diane. I like to call them the delusion and the delusionettes because what coin is that? It reminds me of when Nene was with Candy and she was looking at that house in Miami. And Candy was like, "You sure you can handle all this?" And she said, "No, I'm very rich." Porsha, them sheets ain't selling like that, sweets.
I said that 2 episodes ago and y'all tried to eat me up for that.
No, the sheets are selling, but not for that home.
That's not Martha Stewart collection. Are you serious? No.
Do you see how massive that house was?
Beautiful house, though.
Beautiful house. 4.2 million. And I was like, you know what? I was like, and the crazy thing about it, because I was just thinking like, wow, that's still not that bad. I mean, I don't have 4.2, but that's actually still not bad for the size of this house and what you were getting. And a guest house too. That's not bad. But I was like, where is the money coming from?
I also was looking at Miss Diane. When Miss Diane said, I might sell my house. You mean Portia's house?
I'm right.
Like, let's relax. That's Portia's house, sweet. She got that house is, trust me, that house is still in Portia's name, sitting on ice.
Yeah.
Just in case she had to go back. Like, let's be very clear, sweet.
That's fair. That's fair. First of all, I wrinkled up my nose when Miss Diane came in the room. I sat up there and watched with I just watched with my best friend, and I was like, she knows she did something with that lady husband. I was like, and she did. See the way she got that old stank booty walk too. Like, I'm sorry. I love you, Miss Diane.
The TikToks are saying it was something with the daycares.
What did I say? I said that. I said she either did something with that man or she did something. And then they talking about they were stealing in the 90s. I said shit. Like what? Come on now.
Oh, so the money.
I knew it had to be something funny with the money, child. Yeah, so Porsha then goes on to speak about how different the divorces were. Obviously with Cordell, she left with nothing. And with this one, she like dotted her I's and crossed her T's, essentially. You're not about to run me. You're not about to run my pockets and anything like that. So it sounds like she's pretty much protected, but she just kind of wants to get out of the house because she said the house that her and Simon are in, she was 50% owner of. So I guess it just has to be a situation of like them both agreeing to sell it, essentially.
And remember, he's still being detained.
Yeah, and I think she wants to keep the house. But it was like a just in case. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
She lets her family know that her and Shamea are good now, and the relationship is just for them and not for everybody else's fodder. I was definitely looking at Miss Diane when she said that, but she didn't show, she didn't let her slip show. So it was like, okay. One thing I will say, I was talking to one of my homeboys about this, and he made a really good point. He was telling me that when everybody is like begging Porsha about the part when she said, "Oh, you got to pay me more money to show our real friendship on here," and how everybody's like viewing it in a bad way on Porsha's side. But the way he explained it to me, he said, "No, I totally get what she's saying." It's like he said, for instance, like on the podcast, I'm sure that the conversations that you've had with Jared or the conversations you had with Danielle off camera, like off recording, the things that you say, how you say them, some of the stuff that you even have to cut out of here. If you wanted to really show how y'all friendship rock, the things you say to them and not be worried about losing your job if your boss saw this or saw that, you got to pay me a certain amount of money. And that's essentially what she was trying to say. And Shamea, knowing what Porsha was trying to say, was weaponizing it. And I said, not you turning me against Shamea fully. That's why I'm coming on to this episode. Like, Shamea. Because it made so much sense to me when he put it that way.
No, that like, actually is really good.
It's like, if you want me to be your real friend, like if you want me to, our real friendship, like where I just say anything and say, like, do you better stop before I fuck Charles? That type of thing. That's the real how I speak. They're gonna really pay me for that. And I was like, oh, okay, girl, you ate that. No, you get a guest spot. Look.
Yeah, no. That was actually I would have never viewed it in that point at all.
Yeah,
because when you hear money and you hear friendship, you automatically you're like, okay, we don't want to even touch that.
Right, like but how do they match or go together essentially?
Right. But that actually was that was spot on. Okay, Miss Ramos.
And so then we move on to never had on the radio. Can someone explain to me the beef between Shamea and Drew?
No.
Where did it come from?
Why is she so hard on it? Why is Shamea so hard on it? It's giving Kelly with Angela. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to make fetch happen. You're trying to have a problem with somebody, and it's not there.
And then the stuff she's bringing up, like I don't know what the timeline was in real life, but it was like you bringing up shit from like 5 episodes ago.
Right.
Well, no, I was just gonna say that's right. And when I saw how hard she came in, I was like, wait, did I miss something? Like, and I actually went back to circle back to see if they had any back and forth. No, it was nothing. The lapdog comment was the biggest thing she said.
The lapdog comment only continues to get brought up because she keeps saying somebody called her a lapdog. We heard lapdog out of someone else's mouth once or twice. We heard it once from Angela. We heard it once from Drew, and they were in conversation with each other.
Yes.
Other than that, every single time lapdog comes up, it's coming out of Shamea's mouth. You're the one that's perpetuating it.
She said it on Watch What Happens Live. So even after the filming, she still said it again.
Right. And again, I have to notate Gucci down again. Gucci at the top, Gucci monogram top, Gucci monogram pants. Jesus Christ. This label hoe shit gotta stop. And it's really pissed me. I can't stand when a pretty girl does it because you could really do, like, to me, what Porsha is doing this season, chef's kiss. It's like a perfect mix between I got my labels, I got my things, but I'm also giving you style and fashion with a little bit of side of hoochie because you can see this body.
Like
Porsha's eating.
She is.
Again, now we're gonna move on to the posers, the poser 1 and poser number 2. Y'all got that little piece of sauna, and now y'all got these robes. Those robes are like y'all literally bought them for filming. Like, get out of here. We were talking about Brit and Mike.
And the champagne in the bathroom.
In the bathroom. In the bathroom.
He looked drunk right there.
Ugh. Yuck. So she's talking about her brand, her new brand, Bare Naked.
The oxymoron.
Girl. It's giving joggers. It's giving spring summer. Yes. Like, that's what we're about to get. The thing that irritated me most about that scene, especially when they did the flashback, you're highlighting your brand, but meanwhile you got Balenciaga biggest shit on your waist. There should be no other brand there when you're this is the first time we get to see your own stuff, and you got Balenciaga On your pants?
Excuse me. It's so weird to me. Them in conversation. It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
It's different from Charles and Angela, where we already know where we stand with their relationship, right? When they talk, we know
Mm-hmm.
Charles doesn't want to be there, but it's like Mike is really acting like he wants to be there, but the acting is not good.
Not all.
So you see, does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's so weird to me, and I'm just like, well, what? And then I zone out because I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
No, yeah, no, literally the exact same thing. Because as soon as the scene, I was sitting there watching with production, and as soon as the scene ended, he said, literally just turned to me and said, "What the fuck was that scene?" He said, "It seems so staged."
It was so weird.
Oh, cameras down there. Let's take our clothes off and put our robes on now. You know they just popped a tag right before that. I understand miles on your mouth and stretch marks and all that stuff. Maybe
Show me. Show me.
I think that might be the episode that everyone says, "Wow, this was Brit's worst episode." Maybe outside of the Kenya thing. But I'm sorry, this has to be the worst episode for her, in my opinion.
I actually thought it was her best episode because
You thought this was the best?
because the whole thing was so unhinged.
See, but that
It was just such a joke.
no, it was, but the unhingedness would work for someone that's their persona on the show, like a Kenya. Or like remember when Kenya, when she did the use a broke hoe, and then when Candy says, "Well, if you're gonna bring props, at least have your batteries right."
Yeah.
Like to be unhinged in that way, it's funny, it makes sense. Brit wants to be that girl. So when you're not that girl and you do what happened on this episode, it was like yuck. Like what a broke, corny bitch. I'm sorry.
Broke.
It just yuck. But we do find out she will be doing her soft launch at a country club, and
Soft launch is a stretch. It's not
literally, it's a stretch.
It's a
a
stretch.
Stretchy ass fabric.
Shit, did they only half of the people, only 8 people got the fabric. So
Hold on, we're not there yet, sweets. But very true. And so then we move on to Charles and Angela. We find out that Angela is nearly $2 million in debt. When I was reading the reports about that, I was kind of like, oh my God, like how's that gonna work? But then when she explained it, it's gonna fluctuate. Like until she unloads these properties, it is debt.
Yeah.
That's what investments are. Like, so I felt like a lot of the articles about it, because I do feel that there is people want to be contrarians. So the fact that, 2 out of the 3 on this podcast really go up for Angela, if you take that's like 60% of the population. If you want to use us as a sample size, it's 60% of the viewers of Real Housewives of Atlanta fuck with her. So the 40% gonna have to go real hard to hate her. And so I felt like the articles that were written about it were like, oh my God, she's $2 million in debt. And the way I was reading, I was like, is it with the IRS? And then when I realized it's the investment properties, it's like, well, yeah, of course. That's what happens.
did you put me in the 40%?
No. I'm just using us as a sample size. I don't think that I don't think you're a hater of Angela.
No, I'm not.
I just don't think you like her like we like her.
No, she's. You know what? This episode, she was growing on me. I
You say that every episode, by the way.
Yeah, she is. But there's certain things that she does that just are like I tilt my head a little bit.
You're gonna love her. You're gonna love her at the reunion. I have a feeling, because it's like every episode, it's like more and more you like her. And based off of her performance on the reunion,
disliking Charles.
Oh, and I love Charles this episode. Well, I love Charles every episode, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So they started talking about the family stuff, and she starts to get emotional, and she then apologizes to Charles because she finds out that Charles actually was not in the wrong when the whole situation happened. But my question is this: so did the mother finally just tell you the truth,
right?
Or you just never asked for any follow up from any of them? Like, I'm very confused on how that, because the mother just told it like. She didn't say it like, well, I gotta tell you, I haven't been telling you the truth the whole time.
Right,
it sounded like she just told it to her matter of factly, and had Angela asked prior to, she would have known what the truth was. Am I crazy for thinking that?
Well, Angela also mentioned that she said I guess she really wasn't even giving Charles the time of day to even break down what happened because she was just so
Right.
pissed.
Right. That's fair.
How? That's well. Then she should be doing more than apologizing to him if that's the case.
Yeah,
Well, how
I think
so?
an apology coming 3 years later is crazy in general. I mean, I guess it's never too late, but
like for instance, the Mother's Day debacle that I had prior to that, the person that was involved in that, my would always be like, "Oh, make sure you say happy birthday to her. Make sure you da because, like Angela was saying, they've been beefing, so I had to be really hard on Charles. Like, hey, make sure you say this. Make sure you say something to my mama. But come to find out, you doing all this when it was really your mother. But to this day, I don't understand Charles being the type of person he is. I guess she just assumed, I know how you are. I believe my mama.
Yeah. No, but yes, that is true. That's true. I know how you are, and I know my mom too. But also, Angela is what they say, the fan of Charles. She is going to stick with her husband. That girl is gonna ride for him. So she's one of the girls who was like, not my husband can do no wrong, but also I'm sticking with him kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like whatever, if it sounds believable, it happened. That sounds like it. That's what I mean.
Also, who the hell was that contractor?
Okay, first of all, you should have never thought your shit was gonna be done on time when you had the black leprechaun walking through the door like that.
When I saw the shirt, I said, I know he lying. I saw the shirt and knew he was lying.
I said this is absolutely 100% one of the contractors that Sheree was working with.
Shout out Thelma.
Had a problem with the contractor.
The contractor, he was misappropriating funds. I mean, look, it's a big house. It's a big house.
That's absolutely that contractor that she was talking about.
Dirt and grass.
Hello. It's a mess. So she then invites Charles to the soft launch of Bare Naked, which
why
was he there? No other husbands were there. Why was he there? I didn't understand that. That was
again, these are the little nuances I'm telling you guys that are like, it doesn't make sense to me. And I just said it before. Angela's one of those girls that I'm gonna bring my husband.
Yeah.
I got her down for that.
Oh,
why
God,
was he there?
Not her bringing her husband.
Well, I don't bring my husband everywhere. He don't want to go. Because if I told him we was going to a damn country club at a fake soft launch, he'd be like, Danielle, go have fun.
I'm dead.
He would never go. And again, her in that Hervé Leger dress, I was not a fan of. That pissed me off.
We keep saying that she's old school Atlanta. Because that was what was that, season 2 reunion when Nene had on that Hervé Leger dress? No, season 2, because that's when Phaedra and Nene. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so then we get to Brit's event. I'm glad the producer asked her what does shapewear have to do with the Derby. Because at what point it was like she just again faking to make it. Like, I want y'all to know I have a country club in my neighborhood. Like, that was what she was giving.
Right.
Like,
exactly that.
The girl said, your neighbors don't even know you.
That was hilarious.
They don't know you, Kelly.
Girl. Now, Kelly, why would you do that? And she probably don't even got a membership.
She don't. She had to. Well, we know what was paid for and what was not. The people were in there starving. They had to order a la carte.
Okay. Now, this is where I had a major problem. That is so ghetto. So, for instance, I come from a place of, if I'm throwing something, my invite is always food and beverages will be provided.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you like a specific type of drink, bring the drink that you like to drink.
Right.
To invite all of these people
but
and
not
then
to
try
venue,
to blame it. Go ahead.
But I'm saying, and in that example, Aaron, that is only for that's for a place of residence. If you're doing it at a venue of a country club, you should never be walking in a country club with a bottle. That is an establishment that everybody
But I'm just saying from the base level
the basis
hosting
of it hosting,
anything.
Clearly.
You should provide the accoutrements for everyone. And then the extras be whatever they may be. And then try to blame it on the party planner.
No, she went with the budget.
No. She tried to blame it on the party planner basically by saying the party planner was late, and then she comes in here and tries to set up all these tables and placemats. I'm sorry that the fucking party planner assumed that everyone that was invited is going to eat. Like, what?
When she
That
said
ghetto, the most ghetto shit I've ever seen on a housewives show ever. That was so low brow and so low budget.
Yeah.
bitch, when I see a charger plate, bitch, with a motherfucking menu on it, and the menu is not for me, I get up immediately because I'm sitting down. There was a charger plate. There were things attached to it as if you were sitting down having a luncheon.
Yes, she did not have the budget to feed everyone.
That's what I'm saying.
But
She
you
didn't have the
over
budget
here
to
trying
feed.
to. But you over here, someone, I can get a new car in 2 years, daddy. Like,
You're
good fucking night.
You're leasing it. Stop.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can't- you
also,
can't- stop.
too, the other thing I want to highlight, she said that she started her insurance company in 2020. Scam. Anybody that started a company in 2020, scam.
Absolutely.
Especially with an insurance.
Insurance,
Girl,
that's crazy.
how many PP loans you got? I want to know.
Yeah.
It's giving scammer.
That's fair.
It's
That's
giving
fair.
scammer.
That's fair. What?
God, I don't think y'all understand how bad that
And then,
bothered me.
and then but not, it did bother me, but we actually skipped a part because prior to her even arriving to said cookout, it wasn't even a cookout. I just had a cookout yesterday, and everybody ate. So, when she first arrived to the golf course, you got these birds golfing in a stiletto,
Fucking up the grass. You know she don't
Fucking
go to
up
the.
the
You know
green.
she don't go to the golf course. You know she don't go to the golf course.
I got the golf course down.
Go ahead.
I got the golf course down. After they see this shit, she gets a bill for the grass.
Well, she's not going to get a bill for the grass, Daniel, because she probably doesn't pay her dues for the neighborhood that she's in, and she's probably renting that home, so they don't even know how to send the bill to her.
The
They're
neighbors
probably
don't know
just
you.
going to send it to Truly Original, and they'll
Yeah.
pay the bill. That's what's going to happen. And then here goes Shamea again. Balenciaga. Just cut it. She did look good, but ugh.
Where did Cynthia think she was going?
Now-
She was the mother of the bride for Renaissance concert.
I was so
She looked
confused.
good.
She did look good, but she was going to a totally different event.
Well, we know that Cynthia hasn't got themes on this entire season because in Nashville she had on a sequin suit. So
Cynthia's giving, I'm a friend of the show. I don't care what the theme is. I'm wearing what the fuck I want to
Donna
wear.
Summers, that's what
Hello.
she's giving. That's it.
And I don't know about y'all, but I just kept. Now, the seating arrangement. Why would we sit Charles so close to Porsha? Like literally across the
Oh,
table.
I didn't even notice that.
That was messy. You saw him not look up once though.
Oh, he knew.
He knew not to look across the table.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to go back to it, but if we're
I know
going
exactly what you're gonna say.
if we're going to do Real Housewives of Atlanta, if we're going to do Real Housewives, if you cannot afford a full budget to feed everybody, what is wrong with just inviting the people of the cast?
Like
She
Porsha
made it a
did
point.
for-
No. This is just for cocktails for them. Not for, then why the fuck is everybody there? Why the event would have been fine with just the cast and their plus ones or whatever the case may be. But to not feed them and they're just looking around and then
The
we
gift
move on to
bags.
the gift boxes and it's just
These are from
Ghetto.
my best ladies.
in front of everyone. That is, to me, it reminded me of like, for some reason, it reminded me of like you're in class. And maybe I have a memory of this and it's just why it's bothering me so bad. But like, it's like the kid in class has it's his
the
birthday. And instead of bringing gift bags for everyone, they just bring gift bags for his
Their
friends.
friends.
It's like, who does that? You just don't do it. You just
They
do
said, girl,
like what?
Girl, you didn't even have tissue paper in the box.
No tissue paper. It was just a black little stretchy thing. Like,
They're going to have the nerve to go over there to Angela and Charles. Are you guys enjoying the event? Bitch, what?
what event? What's happening here?
Please.
And then she's gonna say, well, I just wanted to welcome you into my world. You guys never come to my world because this country club is my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Please. Because the whole thing was a fucking sham. It was literally, I was in fucking tears. And the whole time that this is happening, Porsha is covering up the food and still eating the salmon.
Portia's talking about, I'm trying not to make eye contact with the people.
Wait, y'all, hold on. Wait. Y'all gonna eat me up when I say maybe y'all won't eat me up. Do you know who the MVP of this episode was?
Whoa.
Who?
Drew.
Why?
Huh?
Drew was the MVP of this episode.
How?
The way she handled Kelly at the table, the way she had Shamea all up in her feelings, all in a tizzy. She ate. She said, Kelly, so which one am I getting today? Like, she was like, no, I'm always this. And because here go Kelly again, piggybacking and jumping in somebody else's piece. Well, are we going to get the truth today? Oh, you'll always get the truth because you don't really know me like that. The way Drew was eating Kelly, and Kelly could not take it.
Yeah.
I don't think Kelly is I don't think Kelly is that girl to really go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she has it in her.
Yeah.
She's that girl that, I'm behind a girl that can fight. I'm talking shit with my homegirl because she can fight. And I'm gonna do my little 1-2s, but
I ain't really.
Please don't fight me. I ain't really jumping in.
Yeah,
that's what it's given. Because Drew just very nicely packed her right on up and moved right over to Shamea.
She did fold her.
Right, and then Shamea trying to make it a moment, and whenever a girl, okay, whatever, whatever, bitch, whatever, dog years doing all that, it's like Drew ate you up.
She was so corny.
So corny. Shamea, it's corn.
Yeah.
Shamea was corn.
It was giving
episode.
corn. No, it was giving corn. And see now, Porsha would have ate her up.
Like
any other house, honestly. Yeah, the way and like I said, Drew is so easy to gather too. So the fact that you let Drew gather you is crazy.
Right.
I think the reason Drew is reacting to Porsha in the way she's been reacting to Porsha is because she knows Porsha, stop being dumb. This is not a thing. Like, please stop trying to make this thing. I'm not even gonna get hyped with you about this.
Right.
But the way she did Shamea and Kelly, like her like she had a swagger with her, like her energy. It wasn't like how she does the was that good? She wasn't doing that. It was very much so like, hey yo, bro, what's up? Like, what are we doing here? And that peach on her fucking skin. And red hair. Oh my God! You see the white man walking with her. Come on, we got some big heels out here, little lady.
Yeah.
She was walking out.
The only thing was the dress too small? Or was her shoe? There was an issue with her shoe. She was walking a little.
I think she was struggling with the height. It actually was both. I feel like she was struggling with the height of the shoe and then how short the dress was.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like that. But the bitch, she did
look good.
She did.
Flawless.
Drew is a pretty girl though. Beautiful
gowns.
gowns.
Yeah. Beautiful gowns. For once, a beautiful gown.
Yeah. For once.
Weirdly enough, why did Angela shake the table like that?
That was and no, he does not have a side baby.
Now, yeah.
And then Porsha again cracking me up. Hungry people just be saying anything.
Highlighting the event is Garbaggio.
No.
Like, what?
No,
Girl.
Porsha was very funny this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed her. I really did. But I didn't understand why she said that. Again, you bringing it to light again is still a red flag. Why would you even put that in the universe?
A little part of me just being a messy girl, especially knowing that my man on that time, like I would never do that with somebody like Broken Home. I would never do that with him because we gonna get in the car and he gonna cuss me out. Like,
absolutely.
Why are you da-da-da-da? But if you got a partner that's with the shits,
yeah.
I would definitely do that. Hawk the horn on them, Greg. Two. Like we ride it out together. I would do some messy shit like that.
I could do that with production.
Oh, you can definitely do that with production. You can definitely do that with production.
I can tag him right on in.
Right.
Well, now I'm with you when you're right. Listen, you know what? Actually, that is fair. I would actually. Because
you're talking about him. You know what it's giving? Jared. Old school Roni. No, this is the guy. This,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
this is the guy. This is the guy you remember the one you said was married? Oh. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You already met him, right?
You already know him.
God bless Luann.
Yeah, no.
God bless you. Yeah.
The
But
Countess.
that's the vibe that it was giving though. And then again, Brit, and I'm not one of his whores.
She's such a loser.
Yeah. She's a simpleton.
And the
That's
way
what
he
it
just
is.
slightly, I don't do whores. I don't date whores. I said, okay, Charles.
She said, well, it was a joke. Well, we don't joke around like that.
He wasn't even smiling. I was like, damn, tight. It was tight.
He said, we're not doing this here.
He ate her up and still was on his phone like this.
He kept adjusting that chair, looking at the camera like, I still gotta do this shit. I can't get up now. Damn.
They told him to say that like, Charles, you have to stay at least 30 minutes. He's like this.
Right. And so any other thing from this scene? Because I feel like we hit it. We ate that scene up.
No.
This was the scene. It doesn't even matter. This was the episode.
Right.
I just say this will go down as probably like one of my favorite housewives of a long time.
It really
Right.
It was very
It was so everything was it was so
bad.
It
was so many elements.
Yeah. Yeah.
So many elements.
Yeah. It was a lot going on.
But then we move on to Drew signing her deal. Again, Drew looked phenomenal here. I love the way Drew looked. At first, I thought she was meeting her attorney, and I was like,
Me too.
what are you wearing?
That bralette. She love a
Yes.
bralette, don't she?
But she looked really good. We find out that she is signing her record deal and working with Dennis. And she obviously brings up the whole thing about what Porsha said about sleeping with Dennis for a record deal. Everybody knows that was a lie. And I love how Dennis shut it down. Was like, hold on now. Like, we don't do that. It's all about business. You know how much studio time is. Like, we're not doing that. And basically, that was the end of that scene. Then we move on to Frick and Frack being back. How do we feel?
I appreciated the little flashback and rundown of Phaedra's history. I think this is the closest she's ever come to ever actually addressing what happened with her departure.
Yes.
Even though it was still glossed over, in my opinion. But at least they brought it up in some fashion, I'll say.
No, I agree with that, Jared. And going back to the flashback, honey, Phaedra had a lot of work done, honey. I almost forgot about what that Miss Peach from Athens, Georgia was giving before. Phaedra had a lot of work done. Looks great though. Looks great.
Yeah.
I did appreciate giving us a little bit of tidbit, like you said, about what happened with the departure, which was still to this day is crazy that you even were allowed back. Because you started an entire rumor about SA. So with that being said, it's crazy. But anyway, long story short, I love Phaedra. And I think that she is a great asset, even if it is for a couple episodes. I think it was great. I thought that them together was seeing them in an older stage too. Like they're both not spring chickens anymore. They're, women of a particular age in their 40s. But still freaking facts, still fun, but like now doing a charcuterie board talking shit.
Charcuterie boards always blow me. It's like, why are we eating fucking Lunchables?
You
in our
always
40s?
say that.
Oh,
You stop.
I love them so much.
Yeah,
I
just
love
get
them
a
so
fucking
much.
Lunchable. Just get a fucking Lunchable.
Fuck up a charcuterie board real quick.
Girl, you know
Girl.
what? Literally, you
Take
know
the
what?
thumb out your butt. That was I will fuck up. But for me, I think production did her a disservice. We're all very aware of what Phaedra did. I don't think this was the time to really go into that. I think they should have went into that the next episode. Let us go straight into it. Let us get this scene without mentioning that part of it. And then the next episode, she then addresses it. Because I'm sorry, I couldn't even get past what was happening in the scene because it was like, don't forget how bad she fucked up.
Right.
Because it was a really bad fuck up. So I just don't think, let us get to the judge of things. because it was easy for her to slide into Married to Medicine because the girls wanted to bring it up, but it was very clear that production and them told her not to bring that shit up. That's what Dr. Heavenly said. I think they should have just allowed us to fall in love with Phaedra and her kookiness and being with Porsha, and then the next episode, that's when it's addressed.
Dive in,
sandwich it, literally.
Yeah.
Introduction, the mess. Right. And she's into the season.
Now
but
she's
who am
back.
I? I'm not a producer.
Right.
I find it very interesting. Hey Zuko, I found it very interesting that Phaedra spoke much more highly of the relationship than Porsha did. Phaedra said, "Oh, the relationship would never falter. We were great." And Porsha said, "Oh, we've always been we've been friendly." Like Porsha didn't put a lot of smoke on, like she put a lot of sauce on it, like how Phaedra did, because she ain't even been to the fucking house. The new house.
Right. She has the new house, so exactly.
The new American house.
Right. All over the place. That thing is designed all over the place, honey. What I did appreciate, I loved how Phaedra started reading the girls' child.
For everything they had. Oh my God.
Calling Kelly a garden gnome was crazy. Little smurfette. Brit is a girl around town, around countries.
But,
you can turn a hoe into a housewife, apparently. That's what essentially she's saying.
Literally.
And then did you know Charles Oakley's married?
Dude, we're not going to be doing that. Like, that was crazy.
This is the thing. Do we think that, you have to think about it. With that being said, the fact that there are so many rumors, and this isn't the first house husband to have rumors swirling, right? But the fact that Phaedra said that is like, damn, is everybody in Atlanta doing Charles?
I think, no, it's production.
It was at one point?
No, it's production. This is what's going on. Porsha already said, this is the tea, girl. She called up behind the scenes, girl, what's the tea before we do this scene, yada, yada, yada. Because let's be very clear. All of the mess, everything that they're talking about with Angela, it's not current tea. It's all old tea. It ain't no new chick coming on the scene saying, "Oh, I just had sex with Charles last week." It's none of that.
Right.
Like, come on. And then here we go again. Porsha talking about Drew working with the baby daddy. Phaedra's like, "Oh wait, she want to do hot dogs now?" And then Porsha said, "Well, it sounds like she on what she say, bouncing on his
sitting on the hot dog.
Come on, she's going through a divorce with her children's actual father.
And don't nobody want Dennis.
Literally.
From Ralph the dentist.
Now, okay, yeah, well, fair. I mean,
it's been too long.
You would to who?
No, to Ralph. I would
let him say, don't you ever mention Dennis.
I would let him toxically slut me out like nobody's business.
Ralph look good. I mean, he wouldn't be. I wouldn't leave my family for him, but
Yeah, you're a fucking narcissist. Oh yeah, give it to me. I'm kidding. Well, make a long story short, at the end of it, she basically just invites her on a trip, and she's invited on the trip. And that was the end of the episode, guys.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
It is time for, if I can pull up my damn thing. Oh yeah, Mister. Sorry.
It's sick.
Oh yeah, sick. Mister. Put it in my vagina.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
How dare you?
Shut up. All right, guys.
Everybody just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. So I really didn't get the smoke off in the way that I said I really wanted to about my initial person I wanted to calm down. So I'm about to go with my secondary person that needs to calm down. My secondary person that needs to calm down is Brit. I'm sorry. You gave Potomac level party planning, and they've never even done that bad. We all know Potomac is the worst when it comes to party planning and events. It was giving Rob's field day when she invite
with the beads,
Wendy's kids and all that. Like, it was just so bad to not have food for the rest of the guests, to not even package your products. Your products, the carrying, the box wasn't even monogrammed or like
nothing,
said,
no customization,
nothing, just a box that came straight from the vendor.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what is going on?
Well, I'm gonna give it to Shamea. Shamea, you are loud and corny, and you continue to be a lap dog, and it's just annoying. And please, for the love of God, the singing, just please stop.
Enough.
We're done.
They're done. Honestly, have to piggyback off Aaron. That event really and completely blew my mind. I've been in some ghetto shit, but watching that transpire was nuts from start to finish. Like I said, from golfing in the making me golf in my good shoes to having me show up to an event where I have to hide that I'm eating because you did not serve the other guests. You absolutely need to calm down. You also need to build a better budget if you're going to have an event at said country club that you probably don't have a membership for. I'm gonna need you just to do better. Don't ever I wouldn't go to a goddamn toenail clipping party if Brit blew it. So you need to calm down.
When she gave the gifts, she said for my special ladies to highlight how they are different than the rest of the guests. She is such ghetto, lowbrow, bargain basement.
That's a good play.
Like, don't invite me nowhere if you host like that. Like, that is just so disgusting. I've never.
No.
It's giving poor. Like, you just don't invite.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
We knew it was bad. We knew that we knew that the food and everything was bad and from when she made the matcha. That shit was nasty. So we knew she couldn't plan no damn party. So Brit, you're
You getting too close. You getting too close.
Did you was cracking?
But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Everybody just calm down the podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Peace.
Bye guys.